Everybody's on the server. We will soon be into this. On the CT side. I have no idea what QB4 have planned for this one, but it's definitely going to be very interesting. But like they said on the desk, I think it was Sean said they have to win every pistol. I think that is definitely a given. So I'll be quite curious to see, again, if they've studied some of Na'Vi's demos, looked at some of their tendencies, and have something special to show us. We are locked and loaded. Here it is, the pistol round, QB5. What do we see? We have actually Velina and Vincere on a lot of utility here, James. So they do have a plan after all, and they're fast into that A site. They got them grenades. 2 CTs in A for the time being, and there's 2 people in CPL, maybe going for a short boost. Yes, indeed. So Na'Vi seem to have a hard read as to what's going on, but it's not quite what they thought it was, and now here it comes from QB5. They need to close the distance towards jungle because they left it open deliberately, so can they do that? Flash is there, Simple's forced back. There's a double pick though, but Simple goes down immediately, and now they've got multiple guns towards Edward. No more Edward. Jumping into the CPL positions, Zeus will get one back, down to 3 on 3. Looking very good here with the bomb down. It's up to Flamey though. So often a superstar needs himself some decent one-taps here to save Na'Vi in this situation. Look at the positions though for QB5. They are loving this spot right now, using the team play, using the angles. They shut it down. Round number 1, the pistol, the must-win goes to them. And now we're going to see a very exciting situation because Na'Vi will be fighting with a poor economy. That's the AWP out of the Simple's hands and the likes of the Na'Vi lads for quite some time as QBF get to dictate the pace moving forwards in this one. Towards the end of that round, you saw Quick with a really big smile on his face. I think he can feel the crowd there. This is Friday. These people have abandoned their jobs. They've called in sick. They've not answered their parole officers' phone calls, maybe. So there's a lot more people to come later on. Simple off to a good start in the middle area. 4-man peak, and Quick's in trouble. He might lose his AK, and the rest of his team have SMGs. This is a massive problem for QB Fire. Yeah, this is really scary. They've taken almost the entire map, so whatever you do, Na'Vi will know there's only one way out of this situation, and that is to shoot your way out, and Jimka's working on it. He's very weak and Simple, back at it again. 3rd kill on the board. What on earth is this? They talked about this guy, and again on the stage, it's nothing but amazing stuff out of him. Simple looking for the next players. So they have such a good read, do Na'Vi, and it's because they have so much information. Oh, Simple looking for that quad kill, the scout. Flamey as well there to support. And QB5 realised there's no going into A at this point, really. I like Simple's adjustment, moving towards the triple position. It is almost like a semi-off angle as players move into the site looking towards CT, can get a cheeky frag. It's a 5 versus 2, smokes it down, but Simple is charging forward, looking for the tags, hasn't made one just yet, goes down after the 3K. Got Flamey looking around the smoke. QB5 got to get the bomb down fast. No cover for CT though. Electronic with the AK-47, Boomich doing what he can, but he's in a lot of trouble, he's in the red and he's dead. Na'Vi have reset the situation. The classic mid-rush with the assist of Simple and that deadly scout causing so many problems. QB5, what's the response here? I mean, you would expect a force buy back as they want to try and attempt to reset their opponent's economy, but it should be in some respects easier on that T side to get some really strong rounds going, and again, any teamwork that's sort of this level should have some level of preparation as to how you would play a force buy like this. And we see an AK on Velina, that could be really, really good here for them. Simple, flashed out there into mid, takes a shot from that scout. Maybe there's a chance here for QB5. They should have a good take-up mid here. Edward is still getting some info though. By waterfalls from a fallen teammate. Often see SK in a similar position around a smoke that you see from Simple as well. Just keeping an eye on any potential boosts from their opponents. Na'Vi in the driving seat for the time being. and they're ramming QB Fire's car off the bridge. So Beamish one down, but he can't do any more damage than that, so it wasn't really much that QB Fire got out of that round. And now comes the Glock rounds, so it's time for Na'Vi to build himself some money. Na'Vi have 3 AK-47s, James, into round 4. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. You don't want to start your buy round with Simple and Flamey on the CT side with AK-47s, and presumably electronic as well. That's not a good look. Yeah, it's been very, very tough to break this. Obviously the full eco as well, so a chance for Na'Vi to build even more economy. So QB Fire, after that pistol round victory, it's all been downhill from there. They'll be in a position where they have absolutely, well, they have so much money to burn away from Na'Vi's perspective. They'll have so much in the stores that they'll be able to bring out these big buys. The AWPs will keep on coming. That is quite something to overcome, but we've seen them overcome very incredible odds already this tournament. So looks like it'll just be one flash to rule them all. Try to get that bomb down, get that extra bit of money into the next rounds. That's the only real objective they have here. Getting picks with Glocks is not very realistic, and Flamey's in position to deny them. Very nice spectacle here from Flamey with that 4K off the AK-47, just warming up. It's a perfect round from Na'Vi. Once again, no plant from QB Fire. No one lost for Na'Vi. And this isn't a round where they need to buy up because of the previous proceedings. Zeus has a UMP, but you may choose to play close with that, or may be aggressive. We'll have to wait and see. The rest of them have got the rifles again. Still 3 AKs on Na'Vi, which almost evens things up. So these duels, QB Fire better be on point, because Na'Vi's points we trained on their heads. Flamey, 9 kills, 1 death already. I wonder if we'll see some of those double flashes to try to help them take mid and avoid any aggressions. QB Fire, you can see that lots of nasing, lots of aggression from Na'Vi. They have a little bank to burn so they can take these risks. And Flamey, he's gotten himself 2 there, no trade. Looking to escape middle here. Takes another battle. Waterfalls is happy for that though. An opportunity to get back in this one now. As Simple is the next problem to overcome here by Connector. He's got Edward for support as well. As Valina tries to dart through the smoke. Good flashbang there onto Connector. Valina has got a forward position and they smoke ahead of him as well. This is really nice from QB5, but they still have so much left to do in this round. Mitch is moving through the apps, but as you can see, Zeus has gone deep already. Again, closing the distance with that UMP and getting early information for his team. The bomb's still top mid for the time being, and Waterfalls is taking damage in mid, but he's got to go and collect the bomb soon enough. Valina's been lost in the middle position as well, so Mitch pretty much, I was going to say, has to win this duel. He turned away for a second, so it seems the mid-round to late-round calling isn't really there for QB Fire in this round. And now Waterfalls is left at 15 HP, so uncertainty for QB Fire when they're struggling with these rounds. I think that was quite telling from the back and forth from apartments, and death will be slow here for Waterfalls. 2 HP now, and we await the inevitable. 4 AK-47s on the CT side. Yes, that is very, very scary. Their money is just completely out of control. And the problem about that is not necessarily that they can just have like crazy amounts of buys. It's kind of the the lead-on question to that. It's the fact that with all that money, they can take crazy risks. Look at the aggression from Na'Vi so far. They're overwhelming QB Fire. They haven't been able to really have any space to set up across the map to run any rounds because Na'Vi are just in their faces repeatedly. So back to the pistols once again for QB Fire. After this round, presuming QB Fire lose, they will get a maximum loss bonus, so they'll have the big buy coming in. Let's have a look at this wall of smoke then. Some Natus has been left. Let's see, Flamey choosing to fight, but he's blind. Boomich gets taken down. The bomb's still being carried by the team side. Can they get a bomb down for some bonus money? The CT take the bomb down in their own way. And now Quick is left. Only Flamey's been lost. She's making sure that Quick is very, very dead, plus some extra dead, and some bonus dead as well. Dead as a lobster in a Boston restaurant. 5-1 Na'Vi. Yeah, it's definitely very, very tough for QB Fire so far, but they have the money to get the buy-in as well. I'm curious whether they'll pick up the AWP. Waterfalls does have 6.2k, so one would expect that, being the dedicated AWPer, and that could be sort of the X factor that they need to deal with this aggression that Na'Vi are throwing at them on their buy rounds. And you can see that Na'Vi are just trying to put them in a breaking point through their incredible pressure. So that is the first thing that QB Fire have to deal with. So we'll see if it's something that will end up backfiring for Na'Vi, or if maybe Na'Vi will say, hang on, we're just going to play passive now and see how you deal with that. The ball is so very much in Na'Vi's court at this point in time. And we have a tactical there from QB4 as they will get on the same page, perhaps calm their nerves somewhat, and figure out the approach for this round.
Well, let's see what QB have in mind. The mid area is proving dangerous at all parts of the round, be it early, mid or late. So how do QB Fire deal with that? Navi seems to want to force them off, and if they can hold mid, then maybe that's what he executes. But Simple gets taken down early, and Zeus is taking a lot of damage. So we've got colossal problems for Navi very early on. Rotations coming in, and Edward gets tagged as well.
Very nice shot there from Waterfalls, and indeed just Simple trying to make it very confusing, trying to go for a pick, and they haven't seen that angle just yet from Navi, so that's massive that QB4 are able to defend that pick in middle, or that pick attempt from Simple. He's out the picture for now. Zeus also not in a great position with that low health situation that he's working with, and QB5 for the first time in this match have a lot of space on the map to work with, as Navi have to play passive. They are creeping towards the B apartments though, and it feels as though Navi could be quite ready for this.
This is curious though, because QB have got 2 people on A ramp, so I do wonder if they're selling a solid fake, if someone's going to go in suicide, or if the bomb's going to perhaps rotate through the underpass, which might be dangerous because they've got no presence mid, no presence top mid, so that would be quite something. Boomich taken down, trying to jump over Sandwich. Now has pulled one player, Electronic, making his way towards the A side, but he stopped. He's going back towards B. Waterfalls was on A as well, but he's rotated. Has the fake worked out for him? Electronic spotted in the market position, can't find a kill. 3 players versus 3. Lots of players tagged. The double peak is perfect. And now we're down to the 2-on-2. Edward looking at apartments, but there's nobody there. Waterfalls in the back. Edward will surely hear him, but he's fired a shot. They're both missing. They're whiffing. Who's going to land the shot first? Tagging, but Villier's been taken down in the meantime. There are 12 seconds. The round's been won by Navi because the bomb's not planted. Flamey doesn't face any wins. Surely doesn't face 5 seconds behind, and Waterfalls running. He's got his knife out. He should at least have his bloody pistol out back.
I think he just wanted to die off the time. That was a weird situation because you either like save that orb or you try to die off the time. I think he was kind of conflicted either way. And very desperate situation, as you said. Edward at that short position, absolutely key for Navi's defense there to hold that fake. And that's one question we have to ask as well. Is that fake a little bit too complicated? Is it a little bit too elaborate from QB5's perspective? But now that they've shown that their willingness to go for fakes, that will also slow down Navi's rotations perhaps later on if they read into it too much. So it could help them later on, potentially. And once again, the half buy is in.
Zeus in the B-bomb site alone for the time being. Edward deep and aggressive in the middle position. But Villier's in the middle of mid, so he doesn't seem to be too afraid. Now the rush towards B-bomb site. They managed to avoid the flash over. Can they trade? Yes, they can. But Edward's around the window position. Only sees the heads. Can't really land the fatal shot. Jimkin gets taken down. More trades, but it's buying time for the CTs to rotate. Electronic gets his bell run, and there he goes. Flamey now trying to finish things off. Waterfalls on low health. 30 HP. Flamey will avoid the flames and bring QB5 to their knees once again. Navi charging through the first half of Mirage, 7-1.
Yeah, defense looked a little bit sloppy there from Navi's side of things, but it doesn't really matter that it's just a scrap fest, a slugfest in the end. They have, again, such an unreal amount of money to play off of. And, wow, 17-3 Flamey is having quite the game so far. It's only been 9 rounds, or 8 rounds, James. He's already got 17 kills and an assist. Let's not forget about that.
Life is good if you are Flamey. The mid battles are quite interesting here. QB on the buy once again. 4 people towards the A bomb site. It looks like it will be A with smokes. We have seen some variations. The bomb is dropped on the floor for a teammate to collect. Always got to be careful where that bomb hits the floor because it can give your plan away. Boomich taken down for free, moving out. Palace Flamey in aggressive position. Goes down to the shadow area. You see the rotation. Almost 3 people towards the side already, but no one can stop Flamey. He just will not be shot down.
Simple's there as well. Flamey wasn't enough. Before you get to Flamey, maybe you have to go through Simple. That's not an exciting prospect for QB5. And now this is interesting because you have to wonder, what's it like as far as the calling is going for QB5? Are they just too afraid of trying to play defaults, trying to take map control from Na'Vi because of their crazy aggressions, because of the prospect that Simple could be around any different corner at any different round with that AWP? I think they have to try to earn Na'Vi's respect. They've got to be able to crush middle to move this map forwards and get off that that singular round that they're on at the moment.
Tactical timeout from QB Fire. How do we solve the mid position? How do we slow the rounds down? How do we stop losing players early? How do we stop Na'Vi from imposing their will? How do we turn off Flamey?
Well, you know what they say, James, you fight fire with fire, and right now, Na'Vi are definitely winning that battle.
Seems QB need napalm rather than fire now. They need something more powerful to deal with Flamey. And Simple's he's just chilling out. He's just by the fridge, seeing what's inside, seeing what's good. Just allowing Flamey to do his thing. And I think a good Flamey performance is more telling than a good Simple performance because Simple has been so consistent for Na'Vi. And again, Velina taken down very, very early. QB Fire already facing a 4 versus 5. It is a pistol round though, so you won't get too excited about it. And I don't even know at this point what goal we have as QB Fire because the damage for the time being is almost inconsequential. Edward needs to look to his right hand side.
Oh, awkward, very awkward, but it should be okay. So support coming in as well. Flamey like, I'll have that. 2 extra frags for me to add to my tally. It's already quite impressive. Simple getting tagged out. Oh my goodness, Fumish gets a nice legal headshot, but that is just a small consolation kill for the likes of QB Fire, as now the score stands 9 for Na'Vi to the 1 of QBF. Things looking very difficult, and this is the round. This is the round in which we can start to see an adjustment from QB Fire. It better be a good one, and I would still really, really like to see some solid mid-takes and just them being able to shut down Na'Vi there. Force Na'Vi into passive positions, even going down 4 to 4, be able to develop a split off of connected control or ladder rim control, something of that ilk.
They don't have control now. It's 9 to 1. Na'Vi are in full control, my friends. Yes, they're on the buy once again. Forced into passive positions, even top mid, waiting for a push, fearing a push. Pop flashes from Redwood towards the B bomb site. But Junker is passive as well. QB Fire, living afraid at the moment, trying to hide under the cupboard. Just waiting for aggression from Na'Vi. Now you see it. Apartment smoked off. Zeus moving forward. Warning shots. QB Fire now with 2, 3 people, top mid. They feel it's safe to come out from the shadows.
Well, maybe it's not for too long. Electronic peeks out, takes down the in-game leader. The trade's there though from Quick. Very responsible, diligent stuff. And there's a smoke for Simple as well. What's the play for Simple here? Does he allow himself to be locked away? Well, they have 2 players. They can boost, and there it is. Edward over the top. Very nice. Very courteous of Simple to allow the boost onto Edward as Simple makes a rotation through the market. And it's the A attack, but it's very telegraphed at this point. The bomb is not collected. This is very interesting. There's 40 seconds to go at the moment. The bomb will be picked up, but this has actually been a good pause here from QBF, because now Na'Vi is starting to down. Maybe they're trying to sell them a fake again.
What's crazy is if Flamey checks around the corner of the ramp and sees nobody's there, he may go back. They may send him towards the bomb site, but is soon on the way, and all the teams making plays are quite telling. Flamey is invincible. 26 for 3. This is round 11. He's finally died. And maybe he'll rise again. I don't know. Jimka's alone, 1 versus 3 as the clock ticks down. Now they don't want to engage him anymore, but he will be chased. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. At least he just about dies in time. 1 second on the clock. Na'Vi are playing with them. It's a dog with a chewy toy now. There's saliva all over the place.
This is just outrageous stuff from Flamey. He is looking so sharp at the moment. Look at those kills. It's like he is just playing against Boss, just playing in a pistol deathmatch, or well, he's using a rifle, so that'd be kind of OP, but he is OP at the moment. He's killing everyone.
We haven't even mentioned that the crowd, whether they cheer for QB Fire or don't, they might be a factor. Because this team have come from nowhere. They've come from relative obscurity, and now they're in the middle of Boston, in the middle of the stage, with fans surrounding them from every direction. And that's significant pressure. And then they feel afraid to run their own game. Flamey's been given AWP. He's got new toys to play with. Christmas has come again for Flamey. Maybe his teammates will just leave the site and let him go on his own.
Oh my god.
They've taken down Flamey, and now they must face Simple. But there's only 1 person left. They're facing the Gatling gun. The 1-man Gatling gun of Flamey.
James, I think Flamey's the juggernaut. I think Flamey is the juggernaut right now. This is unbelievable. He's not leaving any kills for his teammates.
He saw Oscar's stats on, I think it was Cash, and he's like, okay, alright, I got you. Frag 28. Frag 29.
Oh my god. He's looking to break some records.
Right then, 11-1. Flamey on the cusp of the 30 bomb, looking to average 2 kills a round. Pistols again for QB Fire. And where is Flamey? The only man on the A bomb site. He is the sentry. He's a turret.
He is going to be out of the picture in this round, though. Zeus Electronic, they get to have some frags, perhaps, as the entire team of QB Fire is spotted. Behind the fire, the flashes go in, the grenades continue to rain forwards, as there's no way to get out the apartments. Only one is out. It's Boomich. He does get himself a quick kill with the P250, but how much else can he do? Well, apparently there is more left. There's more gas in the tank. Electronic, though, with the 2K, was hiding there all along. Now Waterfalls is left with no Kevlar and a P250. And against Flamey 1v1, that's not very fair.
Surprise!
And we have it, 30 bomb, absolutely unbelievable. In 13 rounds, he has 30 frags. What do you even say about this guy right now, James? He's just taking.
Oh, there we go. Flamey is all the way in. Operation Stay Away from Flamey. Oh, but then there's Simple. If it's trouble you seek, it is Simple you will find. Shutting players down in the middle area, and he cannot be stopped. And here is Flamey again. Here is Flamey again. 2 players left. The bomb top mid. I don't know if there's been any point where QB Fire has been able to make a play other than the pistol round. That was their time to shine.
This is crazy. I mean, Flamey's surely on the road to breaking some records here. This is unbelievable.
They just broke the record.
The record is broken. That is unbelievable. I can't believe how well he's playing at the moment. I hope he can carry this performance forwards. Has been pretty consistent throughout the last couple of weeks as well. But let's not count QB Fire out of this round here. Jimka and Waterfalls, they have control of mid. If Waterfalls can get a pick here, that would be pretty huge. They have some time, but there is, of course, Edward in and around the smoke. Jimka with the trade there, but Flamey is back in the action playing connector. And again, you know, if you want a player, if there's one player in your CT setup that you want to be hot, it is the player on connector, because it's one of the biggest fragging positions on the map from the CT side. It's one of the positions where you have to make the most decisions, so it's very pivotal. You have your best or one of your best players in that spot.
32 for 5. We're running out of space for the ADR scale. So, maybe it's just Flamey cam at this point. They will send 2 people on a campaign. Cannon fodder perhaps. Flamey just searching for frags everywhere. Literally has nothing to lose at this point. Just go and seek kills. Seek and destroy Flamey. Zeus keeping an eye on things towards B-bomb site, spotting one player, but that player will scurry away back through the smoke, and Flamey lurks. He waits, seeking his prey. Perhaps Kvik will be the first sacrifice. Flamey is a thirsty god.
God is an absent description. Marina, though, straight in there. Let's get a good position. Electronic taken down as well. Chances here now for Quantum Bellator Fire in a 4 versus 3. I'm not sure if that's even happened in this half just yet, in the buys versus the buys. And they've got a minute to play with as well. This is actually very promising for them. Boomich in position by Palace. Na'Vi at the moment, they only have 1 player spotting into 8, but it is Simple, and he does have an AWP as well as some grenades. So this will be quite difficult. He has not had too much action just yet, so Simple is going to be very ready for this one.
There's time on the clock for QB Fire. They've got time. Is there a cover for CT though? Surely it's Kvik. No one's actually... Okay, Jimka's got a tight angle, but that is a very desperate one. He managed to get the bomb down, and maybe Kvik will be important going forward. Maybe flanking a player in mid. Simple seeking something. 42-second round for QB Fire. Kvik manages to pick off Zeus despite being low health. There's a D-Gob, misses a shot. Now it's down to Edward, 1 versus 4. It's the last round after all in the first half. And QB Fire look good for a second round. A desperate second round.
Wow. 13-2. That is quite the scoreline, but it was quite the performance for Flamey. And you wonder, you know, if he was having an off day, what would have happened? Would it have been Simple that stepped up? He looked ready at multiple chances. this, but it's all been about Flamey here on this stage. Quantum Bellator Fire have a lot of work to do to get back into this one.
Sell out, hashtag sell out, take your screenshots. Right then, you would almost think that Na'Vi were on the T side, but no, now it's their turn to be the aggressors. But we will have a few seconds before this match resumes. QB Fire need to stay composed, keep their focus. Yes, the chips are down, but we still got some chips. Pistol round will be very key. There is Flamey with absolutely absurd statistics, 32 for 6. Breaking the world record for kills in one half. It was world that it was 31, but now Flamey saying, what is up now?
One of his ex-teammates, actually, I think. If anyone remembers, was it that team, I think, that Blade used to run? I think Bonic was in that team as well. But great to see Flamey, a player that has had his ups and downs, having a great tournament so far at this major. And this is quite the predicament, isn't it? I think we definitely did see Quantum Bellator Fire having some confidence issues here or there in that last half. I think Na'Vi, they were overwhelming. They were very scary, especially with all the pressure they put in straight away at middle with that big bank that they were running, with the 4 AKs that they were running. It couldn't really have been more ideal for Na'Vi. But into the second half, QB Fire, they need this pistol so desperately.
QB Fire have 3 people stacked in the A side, which is going to be important because Na'Vi have 5. 2 smokes going down and a lot of flashbangs, carefully selected angles, and here they come trying to play the numbers game. So far so good for QB Fire. 2 kills for him, no answer yet from Na'Vi. Zeus down as well. Flamey and Simple remain. Can they get anything out of this? Flamey only the 1 kill this time. Simple versus 4. He's got a P250 at least, so he's got some extra range for these headshots. 1 versus 3 now for Simple. Got 1 kill in this round so far. Looking for a re-peek, but they can just wait for him to come out to Palace and double or triple peek him, and surely it should be too much to ask, but Simple's a more experienced player. Can he get QB to make a mistake? You see the re-peeks, just making sure Simple's still there, but that might cost him his life. There is the peek coming out. QB Fire win both pistol rounds, but how far can it take them?
It was something, that was commented on the desk by Sean. Obviously, he did the analysis of how QB5 play their rotations on CT train. So obviously that is something that we also know is, when we've seen them playing the likes of Inferno, they're also very good at this. So this is when we would start to see them maybe entering somewhat of a comfort zone as far as their game plan is concerned. But the issue is that, how is their confidence levels at the moment? Will they be making the plays they should? Let's see if they can convert against the Deagles. 5 Deagles in the hands of the likes of Flamey, Simple, Edwin, Electronic. So it's very, very scary prospects. And Na'Vi will be playing for these picks, looking to whittle down QB Fire, or even if they lose the round, to make it hurt for QB Fire.
Zeus with the Honey Badger Deagle. Not really finding anything. Bubich has made his way to top mid. Oh, okay, goodbye Zeus. Thanks for coming. Bubich, not afraid to be aggressive. And this is a great sign. Oh dear. Okay. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Let's see if these Deagles can do more. Simple's taken down. The bomb is in no man's land, so a plant is unlikely for Na'Vi. Waterfalls has to keep his cool here. Down to 16 HP now. Backing off, but Bubich will take his place and finish off the job. Now the bomb's collected by Electronic, spotted and swatted. But I was going to say, QB Fire are not afraid to play their game. They've got cool heads, they've got very active CT sides. I think Bubich was just raising his arms there for the crowd, so they're not afraid of the atmosphere, of the environment. But now the AKs are coming.
Yes, Flamey is coming, James. He's going in with that AK-47. We can't imagine anything else. It's going to be very interesting to see the style Na'Vi play here. We can expect them to not go super hard on mid-takes. That's generally not what we've seen from their Mirage recently. And you can see that mid is abandoned. The early timings. Flamey, though, finds himself for the first pick on Civilina, challenging at pit. And that is going to be a regrettable scenario for him. Flamey swaps off the AK. Now that he's so low, but he's done his job. Zeus also creating presence towards the B side of the map here. The Quantum Bellator 5, they have a good vision across the map. They've got players in middle and playing retake on A as well. So their setup generally is very, very good to deal with more or less anything and get the information to make the calls.
1 minute 10 and the smokes have dissipated from the B bomb site. Now Navi will play the numbers game, expecting more CTs elsewhere because of the forward position that he presumably had. Zeus running wide. Even if Zeus went down, his teammate had a good chance of trading there because he ran wide. And now Quick is on the site. Versus 3 CTs, but he can't get the kill. Flamey just waiting with the CZ. And now leaving Waterfalls alone with the scout. Can he find anything? Have they detected him just yet? He is being surrounded, and Simple will do the job. QB Fire losing early round in the second half, 14-4.
Yeah, Flamey again just doing so much impact work there, obviously getting the first kill, giving the AK away to a teammate because he was low and then taking like a very late lurk position. And right now Navi just going from strength to strength, the confidence is high, they're really feeling their game at the moment, and again, Quantum Bellator 5, they could not really afford to lose around like that. And now they have M4s. Velina stuck on a CZ. It's not ideal. Usually we see aggression to mitigate this disadvantage. That's what we're going to see there. Deep flash for Boomish. Can he get something done? There's one. There's number 2 and the bomb. Beautiful there for QB5. Lots to work with. And also taking down the support from underpass. Not many options here, but Flamey's definitely always going to be one. Oh, he gets 2. Of course he does.
Down to 40 HP. Simple has almost regained the bomb. Has he heard the person actually looking for someone? I'm not sure if he saw them. It's an off angle, and Boomich will get taken down as well, and it's just Junka. We spoke about Flamey and Simple, and they've brought it back. Match point for Navi, and you can't see it going any other way at this point.
It's insane when you see players like Flamey and Simple in that position, because the numbers advantage, the position advantage, the information, everything was with Quantum Bellator far in that situation. But Simple and Flamey, they just said no. They simply said, no, you're not going to take this round. We decided that we're going to win this one, and you will promptly die. Flamey up to 37 kills now.
Collecting an AK and dropping an M4 for a teammate. Maybe looking for entries on the A side. Can Flamey get to the 40 bomb? This may be the last round. QB Fire on the full spy. Some pistols, some smoke grenades, some bits and bobs. It is a less than ideal situation. You hear the flash being deployed, repositions, where they get aggressive. Flamey's ready for it. He's looking for it. He's hungry for it. Boomish, does he dare re-peek? Seeing the player on the ramp, it seems that QB Fire will, in fact, make an aggression towards the palace, expecting nobody to be there. And they're right. So now Velina's got high ground position on Flamey, but will he expect this?
That is a good question. Well, there you go. Waterfall's going to go down. Electronic picks it up in mid. Quick! Gets himself a fast one there, living up to his name. Can't get out of there in one piece, unfortunately for him, though. Electronic with the trade. Pistols need to do a bit more here to get some advantages rolling in. And RV, they have all the info. They've got the picks that they want. And now they can, if they want, go back for the bomb.